Hello! Hello everyone, I don't know why I keep doing this, but it's kind of become my thing now. Anyway, welcome back. For those who don't know, I recently graduated high school, and I did YouTube throughout those 4 years as well. So there, of course, come the inevitable moments of, wait, you have a YouTube channel? So today I'm here to talk about those moments in specific, or at least the ones that stuck out to me the most, that I consider the most strange. I'd say as a rule, the most frequent question that kids or teachers even asked me upon finding out that I run a YouTube channel is, how much money do you make / have you made? I'd say, without exaggeration, 50% of the people who found out that I have a YouTube channel asked me that somewhere in the conversation, and I don't blame them. It's a really intriguing question. Of course, I will not answer that question, and I never did answer that question to to anyone whom asked, which left them very disappointed, but that's okay. I think the reason that so many different YouTubers, especially in the Minecraft community, make these types of, my high school found my YouTube channel videos, is because, well, here's my philosophy. Almost nothing is more viral than information that can be used for self-gratification. If you know some juicy information, you really want to tell someone else just for the sake of seeing their reaction and then self-indulging in that reaction. It's really why keeping secrets in general is so difficult, because you're forced to balance the own self-gratification you know you will get if you tell someone once you see their reaction, versus, the guilt you might feel and the potential consequences on top of that of betraying your friend. So the first story that comes to me regarding people finding my YouTube channel in high school actually comes from freshman / sophomore year, where, as a joke, I kept telling my fellow bassist friend, we'll say her name is Allie, just as a conversation filler and in order to attempt to be funny, I would occasionally reference this supposed diss track I had made, and I would always tell Allie, hey, check out my diss track. And she would laugh and say, oh yes, of course, you must be a diss track pro. Of course, the ironic part was I actually had made a diss track, and I was just, laughing from the inside that I was telling her, check out my diss track. Of course, she wasn't taking it seriously, until one day, when I said, hey, Allie, check out my diss track, and she said, I think I actually found your diss track. And you could imagine my stunned surprise upon seeing my thumbnail on her phone. And that was really the beginning of a chain reaction of people in my orchestra class finding out about my YouTube channel. At one point, I remember in sophomore year, there were a bunch of senior / juniors who, there was one who showed me his phone and said, hey, is this you? And I said, yeah, that is me. And he, of course, pointing to my YouTube channel. And then he went within his, group of friends, and just started playing my videos, which at that point I just walked out, I was trying to be funny about it, but, being the sophomore Minecraft YouTuber, it was slightly devastating to my social status. The thing is, nobody really ever made fun of me, directly, because, I mean, I totally deserved it for, making Minecraft. There you go. But I don't know. It really was just a simple shared fascination from peer to peer regarding, wow, this is something unique that a fellow student does. You know what? I take half of that statement back regarding the mocking. My friends sometimes definitely used my channel as ammunition. At least the secrecy of my channel. I remember at the end of my freshman year, we were writing letters to future freshmen, and we were kind of sitting in groups, working together to, bounce back and forth ideas regarding what we want to put in our letters. And my friend Luke, I will say his name, and I'm sure he'll be thrilled. He'll be thrilled to know that his genius prank ended up in the public sphere. It was fairly impressive. In his letter, his entire goal was to write out the letters, subscribe to Ish13C, but encrypted within the letter, and then he would shade in certain letters that he would want people to, you know, take out of the letter. So he would shade in a little darker the letter S, and then a little later the letter U, and then B, until he finally spelled subscribe to Ish13C. Then he actually submitted that letter to some anonymous future freshman that now, I assume, deciphered that letter, but I never heard back, so I guess that was a semi-dud, but it still lives in my memory, so that letter was I mean, it was eventful. I remember one moment during my junior year in which I got a text from my bass teacher, just completely on a random day, and of course I didn't think he knew I had a YouTube channel, but his text just said, Ish13C, and then question mark. And then the freak out session began, you know, what does he know? What should I say even, you know? How do I even respond to that? Because I know I use Ish13C on many of my accounts. Ish13C is my Skype, Ish13C is my email. So I just said, yes, that is my email, or something like that. And then he responded with a critical blow to me, nice YouTube channel, or something like that. And I just, oh, that was a blow. I did not expect my bass teacher, out of all people, to find that, but that's okay. He at the next lesson he said some of the stuff I make is funny, and he enjoyed it. So nowadays he's actually asking me to do some video editing for him, which I am more than happy to do, as well as I also recommended him a microphone to get for just recording bass. Of course, during Corona, you can't actually have in-person lessons, so I recommended him a really good microphone to use, the Blue Snowball, for those who are interested. So, on the topic of teachers finding my channel, there was one particularly, I'll describe him as a whimsical personality, I would say. He made owl noises, hoots, during our health tests, and then asked, hey, is there an owl in here? So that's the type of teacher he was. Of course, he ended up being one of my favorite teachers, just because he was willing to. He was really. That owl anecdote will summarize him. So anyway, I had one friend in that class who I talked to on a regular basis, and once again used my channel as ammunition, and inevitably he let it slip to our teacher that I had a YouTube channel, and then for a good month or two he would bother me, you know, every day, hey, what's your YouTube channel? I want to, you know, check it out and subscribe. And eventually, I think this was actually the day before winter break, I think, where he just told our Mr. J, my friend told Mr. J to look up Ish13C on YouTube, and then at least 2 or 3 times a week from that point on, my teacher would ask me, so how much money did you make yesterday, or like, how much money have you made? And even in junior and senior year, after he wasn't even my teacher anymore, whenever we'd see each other in the hall, he'd always say, yo, what up, Ish? Like, my name is Alex, of course, but the fact that a teacher, of course, would call me Ish was a fact I had to get used to. But honestly, I think it really, I don't know, I became numb to it. Like, when I was a senior, I entered the freshman orientation training class, which was being led by our school's vice principal, and he was assigning us groups, and I couldn't find a partner, or my partners weren't there. So he just said, my vice principal just straight up out of nowhere said to me, alright, Ish, and then some instructions I forgot. And I just went along with it. I said, alright, cool, and then just went on. Like, maybe it was a misspeak, but it was pretty clear he said Ish. When the vice, you know, when a guy of that authority knows and casually refers to you by your Minecraft username, your normal reaction probably would be surprise, but at that point I just went along with it because screw it, man. The whole Ish13C YouTube brand really became, I mean, I do not regret it in the least, at least throughout my high school experience. There were so many really good things that actually came from doing YouTube that benefited me in high school. First of all, it threw me into a battle dome of recognition in which at any point, either in my classes or in the hallways, I could be approached by some random individual who would say, hey, I saw your YouTube channel. And that did happen many times. And I think that experience really boosted, believe it or not, my confidence. I gained confidence out of being a Minecraft YouTuber. On top of this, if you have a YouTube channel and you communicate the best that you can, not just slouching in your chair and, making occasional comments while playing video games. If you actually dedicate yourself to produce insightful and meaningful commentary, you actually get kind of okay at expressing, what goes on in your head and speaking, making sure you're enunciating certain words a certain way, and eventually when you listen to yourself over and over and over again, you start to get really good at pinpointing the points of speech in which you want to be, for example, slowing down certain words or speeding something up or having a certain pitch to a certain word, etc. It's why I really enjoyed recording argumentative videos for school projects and also voiceovers. Also on the topic of if you have a video project, I mean, you know how to edit being a YouTuber, so that was a big benefit. Having had a YouTube channel throughout high school actually also served as a really good conversation topic. For example, I participated in a PE leadership program in which me and one other senior got to join a PE freshman class. Along with one teacher, of course. The teacher that I had first semester already knew one of his PE leaders. His name was Grant. So he had Grant and me, and since they, got along, it was kind of difficult for me to weave my way into their bubble. But second day, when they found out about my YouTube channel, they asked a whole lot of questions about it, and they were really insightful, and our conversation really about that channel, which later led to different topics, led us to develop our, camaraderie and our ability to get along. And Grant, my fellow PE leader, who's more on the, jock party on the weekends type of guy, who I never expected would be the type of guy I'd be friends with. I mean, I played tennis with him last weekend. I mean, he's a really, really great guy, and essentially if I didn't have a YouTube channel, and as well as the ability to communicate with others efficiently, a skill that I learned from recording videos, I think, I mean, I wouldn't have made that friendship. So that really sums up this video of moments strange moments I experienced as a high school YouTuber. Of course, there were so many more moments, like when kids walked up to me in the hallway and just said, "Hey, can I have your autograph?" or something like that. Or once when I was a junior helping freshman orientation, these are two different instances when two different kids walked up to me, and the first one said, "I know your YouTube channel," and the second one said, "Hey, your channel's dying." Of course this would happen, I don't know. But yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. In regards to my future content, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, because it's been a few weeks since I recorded this video, which now has around 35,000 views. Thanks largely to the shout-outs on the MrBeast Discord server. So I don't know, man. I gotta figure out what I want to do with my channel. Be sure to leave me some comments if you have any suggestions. Call Me Ish Season 2 will be shut down immediately. That will not happen. Thank you for watching till the end of this video, and that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching.